Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. You can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad, and welcome to Sunday's edition of the DCEU Daily. So a report has come out claiming that Superman will be the centre of the DC live-action universe, but which live-action universe will this be? The existing DCEU or a brand new DC live-action universe? One of the rumours is that it's Henry Cavill's Superman that will be the new centre of a DC live-action universe. Again, we don't know if it's a new one or the existing DCEU, and we don't know if it's Henry Cavill or a brand new Superman. And I don't know which way I'd rather go with this, because it could be a brand new Superman, but Henry playing Superman. They may go back to Snyder's Superman, but I doubt it. And I'll tell you why. Because as much as I love Snyder and his take on Superman, it isn't going to bring enough bacon home. You know, we're dealing with a central universe here, and we're talking about putting Superman in the centre of that. And so I think we're going to go a very different way with Superman under David Zaslav and these new leaders of Warner Brothers Pictures. So I think he will be more mainstream. He will be more of the Superman you read in the comics, more of the Superman you saw Christopher Reeve play, but with a modern take, of course. And we have to ask the question, if it's not Zack Snyder, who's going to come in and write and direct a Superman movie? Who's going to run DC Studios? These are very important questions. Now, I think the perfect way to run Superman cinematically is the way in the narrative that Kevin Feige chose to implement Captain America. Chris Evans made Captain America a very relatable figure, a very relatable character. Because Captain America is probably as challenging as Superman to make him relatable. But Feige and Chris Evans did it. They nailed it from the very first movie. Captain America, the first Avenger, then Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Civil War, and every time we saw the character in the MCU. It's this kind of work that has to be done with Superman if you're going to put him in a centre of a DC universe. Because if he's going to be your first effort in a brand new universe, it's important. And this is Superman. So he's got to be stoic. He's got to be stoic. He's got to be, he's got to be that. He's going to be the brand. So it's important that people come in and say, yeah, I like this Superman. This is my Superman. This is the character that's going to bring us into this brand new DC live action universe. And I do suspect we are heading for a brand new DC live action universe, whether or not we see Shazam, Fury of the Gods and the Flash movie, and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. We definitely know we're getting Black Adam, and I'm excited about that movie. We'll bring the trailer to you here on Movies TV Mad this Wednesday. Really pumped for that. I agree with the decision as a biased Superman fan to make Superman the centre of a DC universe. I think it's important. And there are many ways of making him relatable. Just like, as I say, Kevin Feige made Captain America relatable. So we know this is a fact. Now, where is this coming from? Now, if you've heard the name Matthew Belloni before, you'll know he's a very respectable entertainment journalist who used to work for The Hollywood Reporter. He now works for something called Puck News. And he came out with a string of information about the future of DC live action. One of them was about Superman being being central to the DC universe, and the other one was that Joker 2 is very close to being greenlit. We will discuss that shortly. And so I couldn't be more happier that Superman will be in the centre of a brand new, or maybe the existing, DC universe. Now, this is the reverse. This is a reversal of a decision that Walter Hamada and Toby Emmerich came up with, which was to replace Superman with Supergirl. And this is what keeps on getting me in trouble with people out there, because I'm saying the Flash movie was going to replace Superman with Supergirl, so how can the Flash movie be released? Let alone the problems with Ezra Miller and the other problems within the narrative of the movie they've got. Now, I've seen the Flash movie. It's excellent. It looks really, really good. It's the technology put into this movie is beautiful, but it doesn't mean the movie doesn't have issues. And boy, does this movie have issues, and it set up a challenge for David Zaslav and Discovery. But away from these upcoming 5 DCEU movies, because they're kind of irrelevant, whether they happen or not. As I say, the Black Adam movie is definitely happening. You know, it's about the future now. We are eventually going to leave behind the DCEU. And making Superman the crux, the center of this brand new universe, is very, very important. Now, this is interesting because the original DCEU launched Man of Steel, the first film in the DCEU. Again, it was the idea to make Superman front and center, and it didn't work. But it didn't work not because Superman can't lead a franchise, it's because they got it wrong. What did they do in the sequel? The so-called Man of Steel sequel, BVS. They sidelined Superman, basically, and put Batman in a central role. So all of a sudden, 1 minute, you launch the DC Extended Universe with Superman. Then all of a sudden, he's sharing a movie with Batman because you don't believe he can bring in the green for you because the movie didn't make as much money as you wanted it to. We're talking about Man of Steel, just under 700 million. But why did that happen? Well, when you've got Superman, a pure-hearted hero breaking a villain's neck in front of children and families, they're not going to go back and watch said movie. The mainstream audience didn't appreciate that movie. Facts. I love that movie. Lots of people love that movie. But we love Henry Cavill as Superman a lot more. So I would be more than in favour of him coming back as a different Superman. So keep it here on Movies TV Mad to keep updated about the future of the DCEU and this brand new DC live action universe apparently being developed with Superman being the central figure within it. It's the right move, it's exciting, and I say bring it on. Joker 2 DC movie gets positive development update in new report. New report suggests Joker 2 is very close to happening with Joaquin Phoenix thanks to the progress made by writer-director Todd Phillips. This is by Cooper Hood of Screen Rant. Director Todd Phillips is reportedly very close to making Joker 2 starring Joaquin Phoenix as part of Warner Brothers and DC Films' decision to move away from a tight shared universe model for all its DC movies. The studio greenlit a Joker origin story. The movie starred Phoenix as Arthur Fleck, the man who becomes Joker in this universe. Joker became a massive success for WB and DC upon its release in 2019. The movie shocked Hollywood as it earned over $1 billion worldwide and became a major Oscars contender, with Phoenix winning the Best Actor Academy Award. And guess what? He never even slapped anyone. Unsurprisingly, Joker's success brought up discussions about a sequel development on Joker 2. Began in late 2019 when it was reported that Phillips and co-writer Scott Silver had begun negotiations with the studios to return. There haven't been many updates on the sequel since then. As Phoenix has said, he was not sure if another movie would happen. The fate of Joker 2 and many other DC movies have recently been questioned again after Warner Brothers' merger with Discovery. According to a new report from Park News, it seems that Joker 2 has made a lot of progress. An article from Matthew Belloni mentions that Todd Phillips is reportedly getting pretty close on a Joker sequel. Since he is directing and co-writing the script, it is possible this means the Joker 2 story has been cracked or that the script is nearly complete. Warner Brothers has yet to officially announce the Joker sequel or give it a release date. These reports of Joker 2 making some progress comes after additional reports that Phillips could take on a larger role within the DC's movie future. Warner Brothers Discovery's CEO David Zaslav reportedly wants the Joker director to serve as an advisor on the DC slate. This comes after Zaslav and Phillips have seemingly developed a great working rapport. Based on these previous reports, it is possible that Joker 2 is now so close to happening because of Zaslav's admiration for what Phillips accomplished with the first film and wanting to keep him inside the DC universe. If the Joker sequel does happen with Phoenix returning, all eyes will be on what Phillips' story is. There is plenty of interest from fans to see Phoenix Joker fight a version of Batman, even though Bruce Wayne was just a child during the events of the first film. Of course, the proposed idea of William Dafoe playing a second Joker in the sequel has also conjured plenty of excitement. The truth is that no one really knows what Joker 2's story will be at this point, but that could change if the movie keeps making progress. Now, this is interesting because I like the idea of Defoe's Joker. So this idea is to have a real Joker and a fake Joker. Now, I can't remember what Defoe's actual concept was, but it's actually a very good one. This is not an official pitch. This is actually just something that Defoe came up with on his own, and I'd be there to see a movie starring, Willem Dafoe and Joaquin Phoenix as two Jokers. It would be awesome. But I'm kind of assuming that Todd Phillips is his own man and he's got his own ideas and scripts and story conceits for the sequel. It could be a Harley Quinn movie. It could be the next villain story, and it just involves Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker. They could do the whole Harley and the Joker thing that they were going to do after the original Suicide Squad from David Ayer. David Ayer was going to do a Harley and Joker movie. And I think he was going to do a Gotham City Sirens as well. It would have been awesome. But like everything that's been happening really since 2016, 2017, it's an utter mess. Slates announced, things cancelled. It's still going on right now. I'm very, very excited. Now, we've been hearing these rumours and whispers for a long time that David Zaslav was very impressed by Todd Phillips, and he liked the fact, obviously, what CEO wouldn't, that the first Joker movie made over $1 billion. So, of course, you're going to greenlight a sequel. Now, this is interesting because this kind of confuses me as to what his DC plans are. So, you're going to have a Joker with Joaquin Phoenix in a black label. So, that's easy. People won't get confused. This is just an offshoot franchise. Fair enough. Then you've got Matt Reeves, the Batman, and you've already got another Joker introduced into that world. So, there's literally two Batman universes already, which, could be a little bit confusing, should be okay, but I don't know. I don't know what they're playing at here. Could they be going down this let's do standalone movies thing? It's less confusing then. It'll be interesting, but David Zaslav also knows how profitable the shared universe can be. Here's the problem. Kevin Feige has been the only one to be successful with doing this. So time will only tell what's going on here. We were hearing rumours for a long time that Zaslav wants one universe, one size fits all, and for it to be connected. But if he is giving Todd Phillips the keys to a Black Label franchise, is the Black Label franchise the new DC universe? That would be ambitious and exciting, but is there money in it? You would argue, and I would argue, well, the first movie made over $1 billion. It could be a different way to go. And could you still do, Superman within that Black Label? Well, it would be a different Superman. You could do Bizarro, for crying out loud. Very interesting, wouldn't it? But I don't think it's going to be the main franchise. It's clear we are going down that direction of a DC live-action Black Label. But I think the reports from Matthew Belloni about Superman being the centre of a DC live-action universe, that's a different universe. I'm fine with that. I'm happy to have a central universe and a Black Label universe. But then you've got another Matt Reeves universe as well. That would be 3 different universes. Again, I'm okay with it because I don't think it's overly confusing. But it'd be interesting to see what happens. And then we're all still asking the question, what about the DCEU? I think, even though many people aggressively don't agree with me about this, I think we have to accept that the DCEU is dead. If Black Adam makes a lot of money, that will survive in its own self-contained universe. That's what I'm assuming. Or could you introduce him into a brand new universe? I have no idea. I don't know what they're planning. Don't forget, David Zaslav and the new CEOs of Warner Brothers Pictures have probably been talking about this, making their plans for over a year. So they definitely know what they're going to do. But we don't. I'm assuming announcements will come thick and fast very quickly. I can't wait. I'm not always right. I've made predictions about the Flash movie being cancelled. I think it should be cancelled. And just before I go, let me just say this. I am a supporter of accountability over entertainment. Ray Fisher has been pushing this for over a year now. But here's the problem when you push for this kind of thing A friend of yours is in the middle of the conversation. That person's name is Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller has been arrested at least twice for grievously aggressive, violent behaviour. Whatever his excuses, and never admitting he's wrong, he's done very bad things. He's broken the law. So do you believe, Ray Fisher, that Ezra Miller should also face accountability over entertainment? If you do, surely, Ray, you would agree that Ezra Miller must be removed as the Flash immediately. This has been the DCEU Daily with me, Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss this beautiful perfection. And I'll see you on Monday's edition of the DCEU Daily. It's a big week next week, with Wednesday being the biggest day, unless other things drop before that, because we're getting the Black Adam trailer. Can't wait. I'm going to ooze all over it because I believe in what The Rock and his director have been doing. It sounds like an amazing movie. And oh boy, do DCEU stands need something to cry about and celebrate about. So until I see you tomorrow, goodbye, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.